little ones, my real ones, for people trying to feel some, for all the bridges burned along the way and how we still run and still swim, even though we underwater, never hit the kill switch and overcome like everything we limits. Walking past up in the thinnest, almost lost myself within it. All the roads that end the quickest means you didn't take it farther. I gotta go harder in case of my departure.
You know that I'll always try to get it right. I'm working hard to leave a legacy behind. Yeah, you know that I'll always fight for what is mine. I'm working hard to leave a legacy behind.
What's up, peeps? Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Grind Hard, Hustle Smart with me, Charles Johnson. So I know how a lot of you feel out there today. Hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. God is still in control. God above. Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, is still in control. And to me, that is all that matters, because what happens to me isn't solely up to a man or woman, but him above. But anyway, I will say this. I'm going to cover this topic today, and I hope I don't hurt too many feelings. And if you're feeling real good about yourself, get over yourself. You know what? Let me zoom you all in. I want you to see me. I want you to see me. Look into my eyes, people. Look into these big, brown, beautiful eyes. You're going to get through this. You will get through this, I promise you. See, a lot of us are going through stages in life where we're saying, why me, Lord? Why me? Why am I born during this time? Why am I going through this right now? Let me look you dead in the eye. Why not you? Why not you? Why not you right there behind that screen, behind the speakers, in the car driving, at the gym working out, whatever it is? Why not you? You see, let me zoom out for a moment. Oftentimes in our life, we need to get a bigger perspective, a wide angle view of things so we can understand what's truly going on around us and come to a realization that it's not all about us and how we feel in this particular moment in time. That just as blessings flow through us, they don't just flow to us, so does the trials and tribulations that we go through in life. You see, one thing that I'm starting to understand more and more every single day is that the things I go through are not necessarily particularly for my own benefit or my reward. It's for the benefit of someone else further down the line. For the benefit of someone to my left or to my right, to my front, to my rear. Somebody will be affected by my success, and my success isn't necessarily for me. So the things that you're going through right now, the storms, the struggles, the heartaches, the pains, they're not just for you, they're for somebody else. But what is for you is the growth that is required to get through the struggle, the growth that is required to get through the pain, the growth that is required to get over the obstacle, to get beyond the hurdle. You see, one thing that we must understand is that when we grow, we have to stretch, we have to flex a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Roll them shoulders back. Get wide. You know, that's why I love the animal kingdom, because it makes philosophical things literal. It makes the intangible tangible. What I mean by that is like you take a crustacean, a crab, bottom of the ocean, bottom of the sea, and they go through something called molting, where they relinquish the shell of their past that they've come up with this entire time, and they shed it away, and they get a softer shell that will eventually become the permanent shell. But now the crab is older, more mature. It had to shed away the things of the past. It had to become a little bit vulnerable. It might go through some pain, what we would call growing pains, but it is still growth. You see snakes and lizards shed their skin They rub their skin on bark or the ground, something abrasive, because it gets itchy, it gets uncomfortable. You see mammals doing the same thing. There's some breeds of deer rub their antlers on the tree bark to get the fur off of it. How often do we do that? Let's put it on a human level when it comes to like farming. You know, I used to tend to this vineyard when I was a kid, growing muscadine grapes out in the country of Alabama at one of my sponsors' house. It wasn't anywhere near where I grew up. It was out in the country. And every year we had to go out and we had to prune these vines back. And it was hard work, grueling work, and it was tedious. But we needed to prune it back so that it would become more fruitful and produce a higher yield than the year before. And I would suggest the same thing in your life. That this phase that we're going through, this storm that we're going through, this pain that we're going through, this struggle, heartache, obstacles that we are going through is just placing us in a moment of change, and change is uncomfortable. Change is painful. Struggle is painful, and you want to look up to the sky and you say, why me, Lord? Why me? Why not you? Why not you? Would you prefer it to be your mom? Would you prefer it to be your grandmother, your grandfather, your sister, your brother, your uncle, your friends? Who would you rather it be? Who would you rather bear the burden of your pain? Who would you rather bear the sacrifice and the consequence of your success, of your growth, of you needing to go through your own metamorphosis? Who would you rather go through that struggle other than you? Who would you rather it be? You see, we look up to the sky and we say, why me, Lord? Because we're selfish. You see, I look at the things that we are experiencing right now as a country as an opportunity for growth. For us to take advantage of the lesson that needs to be learned, and that is that we took our eye off the ball. We got comfortable. We thought everything was behind us. That's not the case. There's always a lesson to be learned, good or bad. There's always a consequence to be inherited, good or bad. You see, everything that we experience in this world is caused by somebody's action or inaction. The same goes for you, the same goes for me. And that pain that we experience because of our action, that pain that we experience because of our inaction, if we use that pain appropriately, it will produce growth. So what are you going to do about it? Stop looking up to God and saying, Lord, why me? He gave you all the tools that you needed to win right here on earth, right now. He gave you a brain. He gave you ears. He gave you eyes, hands, so that you can manipulate the world and the gifts that he has given us in the way that it needs to be manipulated and molded. He gave you feet to get to where you need to go, a heart so you can speak with passion and courage. What more do you need? What more do you need? Why not you? Who else is going to get it done? Stop complaining. Get active. Get active. We've become so complacent in our lives. There's so many examples of this that we see throughout our society. I have even been a victim of it. We get complacent. And we sit on that sofa, so to speak, and we become a couch potato in so many ways. We get comfortable. And that couch get more and more comfortable till it feels like a hug. And then we look up and time has passed us by. Opportunity has come and gone again and again. And the only thing left for us to do is feel regret. because we sat there too long. And we let things happen that should not have happened because we were too cowardice to stand up and go through the pain of getting active again. So many people have buried their ideas and their aspirations because of the risk of somebody criticizing them, because of the risk of experiencing failure, shame, pain, setbacks, backsliding, not succeeding. So we would rather sit on the sofa and do nothing because that is more comfortable. But for me, I just want you to understand something. The pain of regret is a far long-lasting pain than the pain of just getting active and getting it done. Because the pain of regret affects generations. You see, when you go out there and you fail to do something and you fail to not live up to the standards and you fail not to utilize the gifts that God has given uniquely to you, somebody else has to pick up your dead weight. Somebody else in your lineage is going to have to pay the price for the burden that you were unwilling to bear. So I ask you again, why not you? You're just as capable as anybody else. Why not you? You can bear the burden just like anybody else. Why not you? You were given the gift of leadership. Why not you? You were given the gift of thoughts. Why not you? You were given the gift of passion and empowerment. Why not you? You were given the gift of nurturing children and generations to come. Why not you? You were given the gift of getting everybody who were not related to relate to a solid point and unite together and get something done. Why not you? Because you're afraid of a little pain? You afraid somebody will make fun of you? Let me tell you something. They didn't care about you to begin with. They didn't care about you to begin with. So why do you care about them? The moment they make fun of you, they forgot about you. They got their laugh. They got their criticism out. They moved on with their lives, and you're still stuck in that moment, still stuck where you are, still sitting on the sofa, watching them go down the road. Your journey is not everybody else's journey. Stop trying to bring everybody in the journey. That's including the thoughts and the spirits that they leave with you. This is something that I am also guilty of. Because I know the power in my voice. I know my ability to speak. I'm good at this. I love doing this. But then self-doubt creeps in and says, Charles, you're not good enough to inspire the masses. You're not good enough to get your podcast up to a level where it needs to be. You're not good enough to get it more subscribers, and you're not good enough. The world is not going to want to hear your message. You're not good enough, Charles. You're not educated enough. You're not good looking enough. Your voice isn't deep enough. You don't have a voice that would carry it, that people would love to hear in a broadcast. You don't have that voice. That self-doubt creeps in all the time, and I let it get the best of me. Les Brown has this amazing story, and I love this story, and it perfectly encapsulates how we all behave each and every single moment of the day. And that's the reason why we live with regret. Let me tell you this story. So Les Brown had told this story. He said, this young man had walked by this house. There was this old man sitting on the porch, and sitting beside him was a dog. And the young man walked past the house. The dog was just moaning in pain. The young man tried to keep walking, but the dog just kept getting more desperate and desperate in its moans. And so the young man turned around and he asked the old man, he said, hey, why is that dog moaning in pain? The old man said, because he's sitting on a nail. The young man said, well, why won't he just get up? Old man answered him. He said, because it doesn't hurt bad enough yet. Where are those areas in your life where you're moaning in pain, but it doesn't hurt bad enough yet? Because some of y'all, some of us, have been sitting on that sofa, have put down our sword, have put down our shield, have put down our ideas, our minds, our aspirations, the things that we know God has tasked us to do, the gifts that God has given us to go out here and affect real change on the world. We've sat those things down in hopes of comfortability, but all the while we got something poking into us. Paul calls it the thorn in the side. Paul just poking us, just causing us pain every single moment of the day. And we're just moaning in pain. Why not? Why me, Lord? Why me? Why not you? Why don't you get up off of the nail? Why don't you get up off of the nail, people? This is something I need to tell myself often. Charles, get up off of the nail. Why keep complaining about something when I'm the one who can directly affect how much pain I'm currently in at this moment in time? And if I can't get off of the pain instantly, I can certainly do something to get off the pain gradually. Doesn't have to be instantaneous, but it does have to happen. You can do it, man. We're far past looking at a singular person to solve our problems. I believe God has given each and every one of us the unique tools and talents that we have been born with to succeed in every single way, whether it be mental, emotional, physical. We all were given some form, some type of gift to make an impression on the world and ultimately point people back to Him, but also affect the lives of others in a positive way, whether it's spreading His word, the gospel, or telling somebody, I love you and you're worthy. The world needs more of you. Imparting knowledge, wisdom, strength, courage, power. Motivation is contagious. Happiness is contagious. Courage is contagious. Bravery is contagious. Power is contagious. We just don't have enough transformational leaders out there spreading it. Will you be a transformational leader today? Can I ask of you to go out there and transform the lives of others, including your own, just by making the simple, small, seemingly insignificant decision to do something, to get active, to act on that impulse, that idea, to go out here and make an impact on your community, on the world at large, to start practicing your gifts, your talents? It costs you nothing to go out here and inspire the world and inspire generations to come and inspire generations to come after them. Because if not you, then who? If not you, then who? My biggest fear is that I get to the pearly gates one day and I have to answer to God, and He asks me, Charles, what did you do with your gifts? And if you utilize them, why did you use them too late? Because there's people that are on this list that I don't see here, and it was your responsibility to inspire them to get here. It was you who was supposed to be the impetus to their entrance into the pearly gates. It was you who was supposed to be the change catalyst in their lives. Why didn't you utilize my gifts to do so? Because I gave you everything that was required, everything that was needed. See, Dr. Eric Thomas says this, and I love this quote. It's one of his originals, what made him blow up, right? He said, if you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, just think about that. If you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. When success is equated to the significance of life. When success becomes something that you have to breathe in daily to survive, then you'll be successful. Somebody cut off your ear right now. You couldn't breathe. The world was lacking oxygen, and there wasn't enough for you. How desperate would you be? Making an impact on the lives of others should be the exact same way. Why not me, Lord? Thank God it's me. Thank God it's me. Because if it's me, that means I'm still useful. If it's me, that means I still have purpose. I still have value. I'm still worthy of the gifts and the talents that God has given me. And he's expecting me to exercise those gifts and those talents to impact the lives of those that are coming after me and the ones that are coming after them. And that I can be a change catalyst into the world so that the world can stop being so negative and start thinking about things optimistically, and so children and their children could go out here and accomplish anything that they seek to accomplish as long as they put their minds to it and they have faith in God above and know that they've been given every necessary tool to win. Why not you? Stop saying that. Thank God it's me. I'm him. You're him. You're her. Get off of that nail. Get off of the sofa. Stop being complacent. Stop getting comfortable. It's killing us. And you're becoming complicit in our degradation. We need to take personal responsibility for what's going on in this world. We need to take personal responsibility for what's going on with our neighbors. Personal responsibility for what's going on with our family members. We need to take personal responsibility in what's going on in our communities. Stop looking externally for a solution. No, the solution lies in you. You are the solution. You are the solution that I need and the world needs. I say this all the time, and I wish it would get repeated again and again and again, and I'll say it now. I need you to be the best you so that I can be the best me. Let me say that one more time. I need you to be the best you so that I can be the best me. Ladies and gentlemen, get off of the nail. Stop looking for comfortability. Don't ask why me. Ask, thank God it's me. Try me. Put me to the test. I got this. I want all the smoke. I'm about that life. I'm ready to get active. I'm ready to make change. I'm ready to be a transformational leader. I'm ready to be an inspiration. I'm ready to be a change catalyst. Thank God it's me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in today's episode of Grind Hard, Hustle Smart with me, Charles Johnson. You all are awesome, amazing, wonderful human beings. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. You are worthy. You are loved. You are inspiring. You bring joy to my life, and you are more valuable than any precious stone or metal or liquid gold on this planet, and the world needs you. Get active. You inspire me, and I'm glad to do what I do because I do it for you. I do it for you. God gave me these gifts. They're not just for me. They're not just to bless myself. They're to bless you. Blessings flow through us, not just to us. And as I always say, ladies and gentlemen, if you are too afraid to walk beyond your fears, you'll never be brave enough to run into your destiny. Hey, keep tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. Keep hitting that follow button, that subscribe button. We're available on all major podcasting platforms. Let me say thank you from the bottom of my heart. This podcast has been played on every major continent on planet Earth, with the exception of one. It's been listened to in multiple countries at least once. And I'm thankful for that one listener, because that's far more than I had ever imagined. So as the podcast continue to grow, please leave reviews. Please share this with your friends and your family. Make grind hard, hustle smart a part of their daily lives. We got some big things coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, God willing, I will be moving into a studio soon. I am working on some sponsorships. Some things are coming down the pipe. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to get better and better and better. I think God has placed his hand on this, has anointed this. And I want to bring guests on. And I was talking about, I don't want to talk to the stars. That'd be great. But I want to talk to just regular people, the entrepreneurs out there making change in the world, creating jobs. I want to talk to them. I want to talk to you. Let's have a conversation. Hey, man, I love doing this. I love doing this. I really do. But that's our time for today, ladies and gentlemen. I love each and every single one of you. You all, have an awesome, amazing, wonderful week. With that said, let me say it again, because I don't think I can say it enough. I love you. And if you're too afraid to walk beyond your fears, you'll never be brave enough to run into your destiny. Have a good one.
You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are. You are the solution. You are the solution. You are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are, you are. You are the solution. You are the solution. Everything I needed. I never thought I'd meet someone like you. You know you are the reason why I feel like I can fly.